Hello friends, I am Dr. V.P. Deshpande, here the Department of Physics, Shivaji College, Kannada. Now today your second topic is X-rays. Now X-rays are electromagnetic waves of short wavelength in the range of 10 angstrom to zero point 0.5 angstrom. The longer wavelength end of spectrum is known as soft X-rays and the shorter wavelength end is known as hard X-rays. Now you know about the X-ray production. To produce X-ray, when we stop the fast moving electron, then X-rays are produced. Here, for the production of X-rays, this tube is shown in figure and high voltage is given in between cathode to the anode. Now here anode is one target which is made up of high melting point material. When voltage suddenly increases, then fast moving electron can be moving from cathode to the anode and it is suddenly stopped by the target T. So this is the production of X-rays. Now the intensity of the X-rays depends on the number of the electrons striking the target per second. The number of the electrons given out by the filament is proportional to its temperature, which can be adjusted by varying the current in the filament circuit. Therefore, intensity of X-rays varies with the filament current. Now second, the frequency of X-rays emitted depends on the voltage between the cathode and the anode or target. Let capital V be the accelerating potential across the tube. If E is the charge on the electron, the work done on the electron in moving from the cathode to the anticathode is equal to electron volt E into V. The electron thus acquires kinetic energy which is converted into X-rays. When electron strikes the target, if V max is the maximum frequency, nu max is the maximum frequency of the X-rays produced, then h nu max is equal to E into V. Therefore, lambda minimum is equal to C upon nu max, which is equal to h C upon E into V. Now the after production of X-rays, now X-rays are very important in many fields. Therefore, your second article is the absorption of the X-rays. All the materials through which X-rays pass absorb them to some extent. If a sheet of any substance is interposed in the path of homogeneous X-ray beam, then its intensity decreases. Let I0 be the intensity of the incident X-rays beam and let I be the intensity of the beam after it is traversed a thickness dx of the absorber. Then decrease in intensity di is observed to follow the equation di is equal to minus of mu into I into dx. Here mu is called the linear absorption coefficient, which depends on the wavelength of X-ray used and the nature of absorbing material. Mu has the dimension of reciprocal of length, that is L to the power minus 1, and its units are therefore meter raised to minus 1. Now di upon I is equal to minus of mu into dx, or I is equal to I0 e to the power minus mu into x, or I is equal to I0 e to the power minus mu upon rho into x, or I0 is equal to I is equal to I0 e to the power minus mu m into x. Mu upon rho is equal to mu m is called mass absorption coefficient, and m is the mass of the unit area of the absorbing sheet. This theory shows that the mass absorption coefficient varies as the cube of incident wavelength and also the atomic number of the observer. Thus, mu m is equal to k into lambda cube into z cube. This explains why material with high atomic number are preferred for shielding against X-rays. An ionization chamber can be used to study the penetrating ability of X-rays with apparatus shown this figure. This is ionization chamber. This is production of the X-rays. These are the X-rays, slit, then one crystal. This is glancing angle and this is absorber. And this is the graph of thickness versus the transmitted intensity. As thickness of the observer goes on increasing, then transmitted intensity goes on decreasing like this. An ionization chamber can be used to study the penetrating ability of the X-rays with apparatus shown in figure. X-rays are collimated by slits rendered monochromatic by Bragg's reflection and pass through the material under study. The thickness of absorbing material is varied and the transmitted intensity is plotted against thickness, which is shown in this figure. This is an exponential decay of the curve.